What is access control? In Windows, access control is a security feature that manages who can access file, folders, and system resources. It uses permission and user accounts to control what action each user can perform, such as reading, writing, or modifying data. Windows implement access control through Access Control List ACLs, which define the right for each user or group. This helps protect the system from unauthorized access and ensure that only approved users can perform certain operations.
Now let's look at our four main types of access control. The first one is discretionary access control or DAC. In this type, the owner of the resource decides who is allowed to access it. For example, on Windows computer, the file owner can set who can read it, write it, or execute the file. Next is mandatory access control or MAC. This method is stricter than usual used in government or military system. Access is based on the classification level or confidential or top secret, and user can only access the data if the clearance level matches. The third type is role-based access control or RBAC. Here the access is given based on the user's role in an organization, such as admin, lecturer, or student. It's commonly used in a workplace because it's easier to manage permissions for many users. The last but not least, attribute-based access control or ABAC. This is more advanced method where access decisions are made based on attributes like user role, time, location, or devices. It's highly flexible and useful in the modern dynamic environment.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Shaifol Ziqri, and now I will talk about the components in access control. So in access control, there's a couple of components. The first one is identification. So in identification, this is where user will prove their identity, like entering username. And the second one is authentication. Authentication is step that verifies is it the user is the right person, like using password, fingerprint, biometric, or face recognition, or anything. The next one is authorization. So for authorization, after the system verify the user identity, the system will check what resource that they will allow to access and what's not. So that's for authorization. So the other components are like accounting, or we could say auditing. This is involve tracking user activity like login or file access to ensure security and monitor for any suspicious behavior. So that's from me. Thank you.
There are multiple functions of access control. Number one is to restrict unauthorized access. Number two is to define user permissions. And then to protect system integrity. And then lastly, to support auditing and monitoring.
Lastly, for differentiation of Windows operating system, Linux operating system, and Mac OS. So for Windows, the first one is it uses detailed access control list with graphical user interface, which is GUI tools. Next, the reliance is heavy on security identifiers and tokens. It also strongly central management via Active Directory and group policy object. That is for Windows. For Linux operating system, it needs simpler permission model but highly customizable with Mac frameworks. It also uses user identifiers or group identifiers, simpler users mapping. Lastly, configuration of the Linux operating system is mostly manual. So for Mac OS, it is Unix based with additional Apple security layers. It also similar to Linux but integrates Apple ecosystem security. Lastly, the GUI is also friendly user, and also it can be used for home users, enterprise, mobile data management for business. That's all from me. Thank you.